Good afternoon, everyone. This is Jared Rand, and welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for August 18th, 2019, 3 p.m. Eastern. When we look at our bodies, and we begin to understand what they represent. For instance, there are more genes in the human microbiome than stars in the observable universe. Let that sink in for a bit. There are more genes in the human microbiome than stars in the observable universe. That, and I've often, said this, that the diversity and the microbiome from human to human is enormous. Okay? So in other words, you and your friend or husband or wife or aunt, uncle, whatever, the microbiome is enormous in diversity between the two of you. So could it be that our bodies and the way they were formed, maybe unbeknownst to those who created them, and maybe beyond their ability to perceive, that we, these bodies, are representations of universes. Now, since our microbiome is such in massive diversity from one human to the other, now there's maybe about 1 billion trillion. So 1 billion trillion stars. And I would say it's much more than that. Okay? So 1 billion trillion stars in the observable universe. Now, trying to fathom a universe that mind-bendingly large is a tough one. Now, the human microbiome is operating on similar levels of complexity, but on a vastly smaller scale. Inside every human body lives trillions of bacteria. And estimates have found there to be more bacterial cells than human cells in a body. Up to 10 times more, in fact. 10 times more bacterial cells than human cells in the body. While the gut microbiome comprises the largest volume of microbial residents in a human body, there are a variety of other specific communities of bacteria to be found, including oral, skin, and lung microbiomes. So, as we grow in our understanding of the influence these microbes have on our overall health, we are discovering how deeply symbiotic the relationship is between our general health and these bacterial influencers. Now, however, the majority of research to date has just focused on links between certain bacterial species and disease. No two bacterial strains are genetically identical. No two bacterial strains are genetically identical. Two members of the same bacterial strain could have markedly different genetic makeup. Okay? Two members of the same bacterial strain could have markedly different genetic makeup. So information about bacterial species alone could mask critical differences that arise from genetic variation. So this is why our bodies that our gods are in. Remember, we say, well, this could be beneficial to this human, but this human it may not work. It is because of the massive diversity that our microbiome in our bodies have. That's why you cannot assume that, okay, this human administers this, wow, great results. This human administers this, subtle results. This human administers this, off-the-charts results. Now, every single one of your bodies is diverse beyond comparison. And scientists of this planet are in the dark ages when it comes to the understanding and comprehension of the microbiome. Because they're in the box thinking. That's the problem with this anti-civilization. Most of them are in the box thinking that they're, developing and creating such phenomenal things when they're archaic already before they're even invented or discovered. Now, when you understand this and comprehend it, it's housing a vastness and a enormous diversity of source energy. All right? Now, I've talked about that you can create universes. Each of us can. And that's a fact. You can do that. All right? Now, you haven't gotten to that understanding yet, but all the gods within us can create anything they choose. It is the understanding of we do no harm, and we honor life as the highest value in the universes. So, when this body that we have carries us around, basically it's what it does in a physical, dimensional existence. To understand it is very important because it's a biological machine, it's not a mechanical machine. So we have to be very careful on how we maintain it. Doesn't it make sense that while these bodies carry around our gods, we want them to be as efficient, effective, and as healthy, and as strong, and as clean, and as clear as we can possibly have them. It makes no sense to degrade it and to abuse it and not to be continually working on it to perfect it to a level of operation where we no longer have this worry, stress, and fear about its function and how long is it going to last. So, this meditation is connected while we're in these bodies. We will begin to flood them consciously with revitalizing energy from our gods. Now, people say, well, isn't that automatic? No, it's not. You must direct it, right? You have to be conscious about it. you're the master and commander. Because if it was the case, and it was doing that, none of us would age, none of us would have disease, none of us would get sick, and none of us would leave the body, because the body would be immortal. See? The gods within the body are immortal. You see the difference there? Why aren't the bodies? Why aren't the bodies immortal? If the God within is immortal, then shouldn't the bodies be immortal? Shouldn't we be able to inhabit these bodies for as long as we choose and have these bodies as healthy and vibrant and strong as we choose? Does that tell you something? There's something amiss there. We are the masters of these bodies. No one else is. We are. Right? Doesn't matter who built them. Doesn't matter who genetically put them together. What matters is that we're in them. And when we get in them, we're in control of them. We master them. We know every single avenue of them. That's the point where so many humans do not. Okay? They take the body for granted. They don't research it from the standpoint of knowing it from the God self to the physical self. So, when you can understand from a micro level, your body is a universe, right? You're the God of that universe. And you tend that universe. And you keep it clean, keep it structured, keep it organized, keep it healthy, keep it strong, and free of debris. So, be knowing of your body. Be knowing of your body. So, if you will, go to the place where you are not going to be interrupted, and I'm sure most of you are. And the first thing you're going to want to do is relax. And to relax, the first step is to move into the now. As you move into the now, you are not in the past. You are not in the future. You are only in the now. And all we have while in these bodies is the now. Nothing else. The past is gone. It's not going to return. It is over. All the things that you engaged with in the past are gone. They're over. It does not mean anything anymore. And this is where we get trapped, because we hang on to that. All of us. We bag it and drag it through life. We literally bag it and drag it through life. And it serves us no purpose. Even when you're seduced and you're reminiscing and all the wonderful times, and it doesn't serve you anything. It pulls you into the past, which then creates your future, which is redundantly similar of the past. So you stay in the now. You stop dragging and you stop bagging and dragging the past to create your future. And you don't go into the future. The future has not been created by you yet. This is why when we stay in the now, we only focus on the now, because it is what we are and have. It is the only thing we have, is the now. So when you do this, you feel the body begin to relax. The shoulders drop, the lower back area where a lot of stress and anxiety is kept is released. You feel moving into a calm state. And as you do this, you're going to want to breathe. And you want to breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. And as you breathe in through the nose, breath in through the nose, you want to hold at 1001, 1002, 1003. Then you exhale, breath out through the mouth. The reason, for those of you who are new, that we do hold our breath 3 seconds is it moves us into focusing on the now, because our breath is the now. It is only the now. It cannot be the future, and it cannot be the past. So when we breathe, most of us breathe shallow. We only breathe in about 16 to 18% oxygen, which is not good for these bodies. We take our breathing for granted. The majority of the planet does. So when we breathe, we focus on the now. And as we breathe in, we're breathing in, you want to do this about 6 times while I'm talking. As we breathe in, we're breathing in divine positive energy. This is high frequency, because our gods are high frequency in the body. And our bodies should be high frequency as well. But most of them are not. Because we do not live in the now, we live in the past and the future. I have a depiction on my website, it's a black and white cartoon. It's very simple, but it tells the reality of the civilization of this planet. Most of us are in the past or the future. Most of us want to know the future. Fortune tellers, psychics, astrology. Most of us want to know the past. Past lives, past this. Who was I? What was I? See? You see what happens. And do you see why this civilization keeps making the same mistakes over and over again, thousands and thousands and thousands of years? War, conflict, destruction, hatred, anger, manipulation, greed. But when you're breathing in divine positive energy, it communicates on a high frequency to your God within the body. And the communication is then transferred if you are conscious of your God. Otherwise, it just is stored. It's basically, it pretty much is a no-brainer for all of us. Stay in high positive frequency. Let go of all things. Let them go. Do not covet. When we covet, we block our abundance. When we yearn, scrape, pine for something, we block our abundance. We block our prosperity. And then we get angry on top of it. And we get impatient. And we get distracted. And what does that do? It lowers our frequencies even more. And more of the same, but more intensity is thrown at us. Source creates infinitely without holding on to anything. We are frightened of our own diversity and our own godliness. We fear our own immortality. We fear our happiness and our joy. Because we are so conditioned to living in a low-frequency environment and civilization where we, in our mind and ego, control us incessantly and fill us with fear, anxiety, stress. The whole civilization has it. And how simple it is simple, but it isn't simple, because it is a challenge to move out of comfort, which is discomfort, to move out of it. We are comfortable existing and being in discomfort. But it can be done. This is source communication in this meditation. Our bodies are universes that hold God within it. When we breathe out, we're breathing out all of the things that try to convince us that all of these things that we are feeling and adjusting to are not real. We let them go. We let it all go. There isn't anything that we need because we have it all. You see? You see the trick? You have it all. Well, I'm sitting in a cardboard box with no money. That's having it all? It is how you view it. It is how you view it. It is what you attract. It is what you generate. If you do not move continually upward into higher and higher vibrational frequencies of harmony, you will stay in the lower frequencies and you will continually attract more of the same, maybe more intensity than you have ever. So you let go of all of this. Let it go. You're a God. We fold into our heart mind effortlessly. And we begin floating and we're up at the neck area, bottom of the chin. Floating effortlessly, we move into total peace, joy, and harmony. We don't need abundance, we are abundance. We don't need prosperity, we are prosperity. We don't need wealth, we are wealth. You see the difference? Do you see the difference on how you were designed to move in the sacredness of space? We were taught that we receive all this, that we are not this, but we are this. We are all of it. It's a big switch. And it's a big switch in comprehending the real truth. And this is the real truth. Because everything else been taught to this civilization has always been on the outside. Go after it, chase it, get it, go after it, chase it, get it. And all along, what we've been chasing is inside of us. Ironic. Running away from the very thing that we are. Abundance, wealth, prosperity, happiness, joy, perfect health, peace, tranquility. So as we are in with our heart mind and we are the master and commander, and we are light ships, we are met with our God, the kingdom of God, the God mind. We are embraced. We merge. We consciously are aware that we are gods. That our vibrational frequencies in harmony within this body are perfect. Perfect. Why isn't the body that way? Interesting. Why would we put ourselves in bodies that are not perfect? And as we merge our gods with our physical, with our 3D, our frequencies increase and rise. We become more conscious, more aware. We become love, deeply in peace, tranquility, in stillness of mind, in happiness and joy. We have no wants and we have no needs. We are those needs and we are those wants. We bring heaven to earth. The God inside the body. And we become conscious of the God. And therefore we are heaven. We are the kingdom of God. All of the kingdom of God present on the surface of this planet and yet such turmoil. Because so many are not conscious that they are gods. They are still mired in the 3D void. And we are here to assist as many as possible that wish to be assisted, to help them elevate their vibrational frequency and to move into joy, peace, and harmony, and into a new civilization, civilization of the universe, the opposite of this civilization that we are in. So we are at peace, we are joy. All the things that we have been taught from the beginning to chase, you can go get it, grab it. All along it's been within you. Never goes anywhere but in you. Arm in arm, hand in hand, we form our circle of light. We are all encased in perfect spheres of perfect vibrational harmony. The golden white pink light of Mother, Father, God, Prime Source, Creator, God, Source, our family, of deep eternal love. The emerald green flaming healing light of Archangel Raphael, our healing power. To the violet, blue, purple flaming light of Archangel Michael. Purple transmuting flame, the violet ray. White fire. All of these in perfect harmony that encase our bodies and our gods. And anything can penetrate them is deep eternal love. We begin to float up effortlessly from the equator of this planet to move up above it. And as we do this, it is immediately encased in a perfect field of pure bliss, joy, peace, tranquility, benevolence, abundance, prosperity, all that it is and ever has been and ever will be. Its essence. And as we float up, we are immediately compelled to call on all of our brothers and sisters, all of the gods, all of the light energy beings who are in all universes, all densities, all dimensions, all existences beyond the ribbon of creation, who are of the highest, deepest, eternal love from the highest, deepest, eternal love, who are in generosity, peace, kindness, benevolence, joy, humbleness. Then they come in the Gugaplexes, massive numbers, filling this universe and beyond. Arm in arm, hand in hand, and they join us quickly, effortlessly. They're in the ultimate of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes. And we're in the ultimate of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes. Being in perpetual gratitude is one of our greatest powers. And we are all one. And we are all love. And our God-light energy expands, massively so. We call upon all of the archangels, the cherubim, the seraphim, the archetypes, all of the angels, all of this civilization. They have been assisting us for eons in peace, in happiness, in protection, in joy, kindness, generosity, humbleness. They are of the highest, deepest, eternal love from the highest, deepest, eternal love. They are benevolent. And they flock in. And they join us arm in arm, hand in hand. They are of the ultimate, of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitude. We are the ultimate of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes. We are all one, and we are all love, and our God-light energy expands. We call upon the Ascended Masters, Kuan Yin, Maitreya, Buddha, Lakshmi, Ganesh, Gaia, Saint Germain, Sananda Jesus, El Moria, Abundantia. They are of the highest, deepest, eternal love, from the highest, deepest, eternal love, and generosity, peace, joy, benevolence, tranquility, humbleness, just to name a few. They ascended out of body, out of the matrix. They return to assist us and take the risk. And they come in massive numbers, arm in arm, hand in hand. And they are in the ultimate of the deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes. And we are of the ultimate of the deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes. And we are all one. And we are all love. And our God energy light expands. We call upon all the inhabitants of Hollow Earth, Agartha, Inner Earth, Beneath Earth, all of the civilizations who are of the highest, deepest, eternal love, from the highest, deepest, eternal love, who are in benevolence and kindness, peace and joy, who are in prosperity, abundance, eternally. And tranquility. And they come in the billions, arm in arm, hand in hand. They join us. They are in the ultimate of the deepest, deepest, deepest of gratitudes, and we are in the ultimate of the deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes. And we are all one, and we are all love, and our God energy light continues to enormously spread out and expand, perpetually so. We call upon all of the galactics and off-worlders who have been assisting us in our evolution, our ascension, our enlightenment, and freeing ourselves from our self-imposed bondage and slavery. They are of the highest, deepest, eternal love, from the highest, deepest, eternal love. They are in kindness, benevolence, generosity, peace, joy, humbleness. And they come in the billions. Arm in arm, hand in hand, they join us. They are of the ultimate of the deepest, deepest, deepest of gratitudes, and we are of the ultimate of the deepest, deepest, deepest of gratitudes. And we are all one, and we are all love, and our God energy light continues to flood the sacredness of space. We call upon all of our loved ones who have ascended out of body in this lifetime and all lifetimes that we've inhabited. We're of the highest, deepest eternal love from the highest, deepest eternal love in generosity, in happiness, in bliss, in joy, in peace, in benevolence, in tranquility, humbleness. And they come arm in arm, hand in hand, in the billions, and join us. They're of the ultimate, of the deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes. We're of the ultimate of the deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes. And we are all one. And we are all love. And our God light energy expands. We call upon all of the light energy beings who have decided to be housed in the following forms on and in this planet, in this now. They are the highest, deepest eternal love from the highest, deepest eternal love. They are in pure bliss, joy, harmony, peace, tranquility, gratitude, humbleness, generosity. They are the fairies, the sprites, the elves, gnomes, dwarves, trees, the elementals, earth, air, water, fire. The mermaid, the dolphin, the whale, the Pegasus, the unicorn, the minotaur, the centaur, and many, many, many more. And they come in the trillions, massive numbers, in colors, shapes, forms, sizes that we have never laid eyes on before. Arm in arm, hand in hand, they join us. They are of the ultimate, of the deepest, deepest, deepest of gratitudes. And we are of the ultimate of the deepest, deepest, deepest of gratitudes. And we are all one, and we are all love, and our God energy light expands. We look up and we see our meditative sphere that we have created. It's at center circle. It holds all of our meditations in perpetual motion. It is immensely powerful. It is filled with pure, eternal, of the deepest, deepest of love. And it can be seen, heard, and felt through all of the galaxies, universes, all of the densities, dimensions, all existences. And it continues to spread and fill the sacredness of space of all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever. Feel it flood you. Your body, inside and out, saturating it. Your God. All of it, saturating. Your body is the house that houses your God. It is a universe in itself. And as we move and our vibrational frequencies increase, our bodies can be perpetually healed. And that means forever. This is where we're going. To understand the higher frequencies is to be conscious of who and what you are. To embrace that which you are. To forgive all that you are, all that you ever will be. And to embrace and to love and to enjoy the God that you are. And to let go of all the things that you've been taught you must chase no chasing. There's just conscious awareness, deep eternal love. We look down upon the planet, we see all of our brothers and sisters in all life. We see sparks, reflection, glitters of light everywhere. The atmosphere is filled with it. All of the civilizations filled with it, saturating, cleaning the air, everything, the water, the soil, all the molecular structure of all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, flooding, saturating. We perfect the bodies that house the God. So therefore the body becomes the God. The merge completes itself. So all of the civilization in all life, we assist with the deepest, deepest, deepest of love and the deepest, deepest, deepest of gratitude. And all those who wish to be assisted, we are assisting. For all those that are still asleep, we will still love and assist in any way we can. We love our bodies. We love our gods. We love all things. We are in forgiveness. We are in stillness of mind. We are in joy, abundance, prosperity, because it is made up of us. I'll join you in the meditation, and I'll return to close us out. more we comprehend and become into consciousness with our bodies and our God within the body, and it's communication between ourselves. It's a knowing, an understanding. It's a softness. It's also for each of us to forgive everything about us, ourselves. This eases the body. Because we don't care to carry stress in the body. It's like if you had a vehicle, you didn't do anything to it, and you just drove the heck out of it. What happened eventually? The tires would wear out, brakes would wear out, everything would wear out, and it would just stop working. The same with the body. We figure out and understand the intricacies. And knowing the massive diversity of the human bionome, micro, you begin to understand that each and every one of us is a universe within itself with these bodies. And we begin to be knowledgeable of this body, and we will begin to be able to pinpoint every area of the body so that we make sure that it is optimal. Optimal. And to do everything and anything we can to move the body into optimal function. Doesn't matter how old you are or young. And this is coming. And eventually we'll master it and move on. Take it with you for the rest of the day, into the evening and night, the following morning. We will be back here Monday, August 19th, 2019, 3 p.m. Eastern.